everyone, and welcome to another edition of Crew Travel right here on Yachting International Radio. My name is Ria. I am your host, and I am pleased to welcome back the titillating Lee Harris. I needed a descriptive word, but I mean, that word, it just sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure we should ever call a man tittillating, to be honest with you.
But yeah. it's in the dictionary.
Hey, it's there. I mean, if that's what you're going to call me, I'll take it. But I mean, I'm not going to say it out loud. That's for sure.
Well, last week, sorry, we forgot your descriptive word. So this week, I thought I'd make up for it.
Well, you done it in spades.
And I have to say that Crew Travel is brought to you by Blue Marine Travel, who hasn't lost a passenger since Lee was born back in 19-something.
78. There you go.
Do you know what? I was just leaving it out there for fun.
One week you're going to get it.
Right. So, we've seen a lot of things happening throughout the industry this week. Quick changes real fast. I've been watching your LinkedIn, and day after day, there's just numerous times per day, things are happening. What's going on with Emirates at the moment?
Yeah, it's been a fun week once more, isn't it, for travel? Lots of updates. It almost feels like we've gone right back to the start when COVID first hit, and it was, quick fire. It's been a bit like that this week. But yeah, Emirates in particular, they announced Thursday that they're going to be temporarily suspending all flights to South Africa. Obviously one of our favourites on this show. No services are going to run from Dubai between Saturday, January the 16th and Thursday, January 28th. The airline have stated the reasons for the suspension are operational, but have not provided any further details. However, we have done some digging, and we are of the understanding that Emirates have taken the decision to suspend flights due to the increasing number of COVID infections within the country. The decision impacts all Emirates passengers between Dubai and South Africa. Those transferring from other locations with South Africa as their final destination will not be allowed to board at their initial point of origin. It's going to be interesting this week to see whether any other airline follow Emirates' decision and temporarily suspend flights into the country.
Now, is this because South Africa has a new strain of the virus?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's I think they do have a new strain, don't they? Similar to the UK, but not similar, if you know what I mean. It seems to be a bit more 70% more transmissible, as they say, or something like that. So yeah. It seems the reason why Emirates have taken that decision to suspend flights at this time.
What's going on with the UK? I mean, we do, once again, they're sort of shutting things down over there as well.
Yeah, they are. United Kingdom, they've banned direct flights and travellers from 14 South American countries and Portugal this week. The ban came into effect on Friday, January the 15th. The ban is in response to the threat posed again by a new coronavirus variant in South America and to countries with strong travel links with Brazil. On the banned list are Argentina, Brazil, Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, French Guinea, Guyana, Paraguay, Panama, Portugal, including Madeira and Azores, Peru, Suriname, Uruguay, and Venezuela. Cape Verde in Africa has also been added to the list, obviously due to its Portuguese and Brazilian contingent. Travellers who have been in or transit through any of the countries in the last 10 days will not be able to enter the United Kingdom. The only people excluded from the ban are the British and Irish nationals. So
no seafarer exemptions, or are those still in play?
They've got rid of the whole travel corridors. So British seafarers obviously can come back. Other seafarers, not at this moment in time, they won't be allowed in if they're traveling or being in one of those countries.
Wow. What's going on with BA?
Yeah, British Airways, they've announced Tom Kerridge as their new partner for short-haul economy food. The airline had previously announced the end of its relationship with Marks and Spencer's for buy on board. The relationship with the Michelin-starred chef will be slightly different in that the launch sees short-haul economy food only available if pre-purchased via the British Airways in-flight website. In that sense, instead of buy on board, this is going to be a buy before you fly. Customers will not be allowed to purchase food once they are on board. They must pre-purchase their meal before flying. You cannot change your mind once you're on board. Once you've booked it, that's what you're going to have. And the cut-off time for this, for the pre-orders, is 12 hours before departure.
That seems odd.
Very strange, isn't it? So, yeah, I mean, if you forget to do it or you're undecided, You get on that flight and you're stuck. You've got nothing. I think they may give you some peanuts if you're lucky.
Wow, interesting. Hey, once again, if I ruled the world, but I don't. One thing that I did want to raise with you, and I have seen various news reports in regards to people breaking quarantine rules.
Yes.
They are really cracking down, especially in actually the Caribbean right now. They're massively cracking down. But what I don't understand is these few people that, and it is a few people, but when we're talking quarantine, those rules are in place for a reason. And you're not, just because you think you're special doesn't mean you are special. I think some people are confused too, though, because there is such a different rule for every country. It's not, straight across the board. It's a different rule here, a different rule here. And, I think people really need to check that prior to getting on a plane.
I mean, it is. I mean, like you say, no two countries are the same when it comes to quarantine, whether you can self-isolate, whether it's mandatory quarantine, whether you have to pay for it, whether you don't have to pay for it. Is it 14 days? Is it 7 days? Can you leave 5 days later if you've had a PCR test? RC VER is exempt. So many variations with regards to the quarantine or the self-isolation, whichever way the country goes. So it is very important to definitely research that before you travel anywhere.
Well, and I mean, even if you think you're exempt and it's an honest mistake, the fact is you're going to get fined. And these fines are, some of them are like $12,000, $15,000. Some of them actually have, 6 months in prison. Yeah,
I mean, we have seen, countries that have said that, any break in the quarantine rules and regulations, and you can face 6 months in prison. That is the seriousness of the, of the situation and the joys of traveling at this moment in time. It could be an honest mistake, and like you say, you could get a heavy fine. All you can do is just do your research. And again, we say every week, go through, especially for crew, go for a marine travel provider. Because if you've got any queries, if you've got any questions, you can ask it to us guys or whoever you've gone through, and we'll do the research and we'll find out the answer for you.
Yeah. Well, this isn't something to be messing around with anymore. People are taking it seriously, and there are serious, serious repercussions if you don't adhere to the local travel or the local quarantine laws. So we really need to highlight that here on this show.
Yeah, definitely.
So you guys, on a lighter note, are doing something absolutely amazing, a photo contest. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we are. So this is a photo competition for this year. So 2020 has been an interesting year, to say the least. So we've decided for 2021, we're going to give a little bit back. So Blue Marine Travel will be hosting a photo competition to lift everyone's spirits amidst the pandemic. And on behalf of one lucky winner each month, £50 will be donated to a charity of their choice. Each month we will announce a winner from the photographs that we receive, and they will be displayed on our website and on all our social media. The monthly winner, as we said, will receive the £50 donation to a charity of their choice, and then we will have an overall winner in December. So the 11 winners from January through to November, we will look at all those 11 photos again, decide which one is our favourite, and then that person will receive a £500 donation to a charity of their choice. So get your cameras ready, send in your photos. The email address is sales@bluemarinetravel.com, and the winners will be notified by email before the end of every month.
That's great. Right now, well, even 2021 now, we were all waiting for 2021 because we swore it was going to be a much better year. Goodbye 2020. The headaches of 2020 are gone. And well, here we are, 17 days in, and it hasn't been much better than 2020, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not quite gone to plan, is it not yet? I mean, I'm now saying February. It's going to start February. February's going to be bad. January, we're just warming up. We're just sort of easing our way into 2021. And then February is going to get a lot better. But just in regards to the travel competition, we thought we'd do it because, travel is a strange time at this moment. So we would expect there should be some good photographs to come out of it anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. And crew the world over, they're known for their photography skills. They love to take pictures. They're traveling nomads, really. And the photographs that I see, most of the people that I know that are crew, the photographs that they have come out are absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to seeing them here. We've had some entries already, so yeah, get some more in.
Nice. Thank you again, Lee, for coming on board. And as I say every week, we're going to make sure to include your LinkedIn profile, because every day as things change, you put things up on LinkedIn. And if you are thinking of doing any traveling in the near future, I would highly advise that you head over to Lee's LinkedIn page to see what's going on in the travel world.
Yeah, I mean, especially now, it's crazy again, isn't it, with all the rules and regulations and changes. So we just try to keep up to date as much as we possibly can.
Wonderful. You've been watching another edition of Crew Travel right here on Yachting International Radio. My name is Ria. I have been your host. Please tune in again next week.